this is our 1921, 1919, 1914 Craftsman bungalow in lovely Cleveland Heights, which we're renovating and tearing apart. Welcome to Adventures in Demolition. And today's task is the culmination of enormous amounts of planning and fretting. Planning on her part, fretting on my part. We're pulling the sink. The counters are gone, the floor is being redone, and now the sink gets pulled. However, it's a lovely sink, and it's enormously in keeping with the character of the house, so we're using it again. It's going down the basement, where I've womped up a quick, easy stand to hold it next to our laundry area, because this has been the site of many art and chemistry experiments, and this is going to continue for many, many years. So at this point, it's resting on these sawhorses. We have disconnected the plumbing, and I'm not 100% sure how it's attached to the wall. When we were knocking out the cabinets below, we had a bit of a scare when we discovered that it wasn't attached to the wall the way I thought it was, or to the degree I thought it was. And so there was a moment of, I have one end, will you please get the other sawhorse?
Yes.
So
we were experimenting with this.
Yes.
Okay, so we're just going to lift it and move it out just a little bit, just to see. It is completely detached from the wall. So apparently there's
a cleat where it used to rest,
right.
kind of,
There's a couple,
and then it relied on the cabinets.
Yeah, it's a wooden block, and yeah, there's nothing holding this on. So, so we are free to move around the cabin, I believe.
I believe we are.
And so we are heading downstairs with this, and hopefully in a few days we will have a brand new, it's going to be a farmhouse sink going right in the spot. And there's going to be a lot more things happening over the course of the next several months. So
the next weeks and months.
Yes.
And years of our lives.
Indeed. Okay.
Let's see how heavy this is. Yeah, no, it's doable.
Doable. Do you want to go down first, or should I?
I'll go down first.
Okay. Mind your steppage?
Oh yes. And when we get down to the landing, I'd like to just set it on his back.
I agree.
And slide it over the edge.
I agree.
So, here are the bones of the house. All of these floorboards here have probably a century of water damage, so they are going out. We've gotten replacement floorboards from Rebuilders Exchange, which is an architectural salvage place in town. And I get the fun task, actually fun task, of tearing out floorboards and building a new floor for our kitchen. Just a little part. Hello, hound. Hello. And then, of course, these are the support cleats that, in the end, didn't support the sink. And there's the wall, savage and beaten. We are not restoring the original plaster.
What about the electrical box that's right under the sink?
The cob job that a not authorized electrician did many, many, many years ago. Stop! Go. Do not eat random construction debris. Yeah, that's going away. Happily, it doesn't seem to be attached to anything except a random piece of Luan that was sitting there when the guy decided to install it. So he just drilled through the random piece of Luan that was underneath the cupboard and mounted the box to it. So this tells you who you were dealing with. But as the floor is cut away, that can simply drop down, and it will be extended and relocated over here, on the wall where there isn't water flowing over it, for the dishwasher, which will eventually be put in. It was set up on that switch to operate a garbage disposal, but we're not putting in a garbage disposal. It doesn't suit how we run things. So, yeah. So yes, Floors get torn up. These things drop below floor level for the time being. I'm gonna have to put in new shut-offs and get ready for the new sink. And this wall is going to be covered with, honestly, probably PVC beadboard because it's waterproof too. It kind of looks like what we're doing with the house. And I don't want to try to have to do plaster behind it underneath the sink. So that's what's happening this afternoon. First, we're going to Home Depot to get some fittings for the old sink. That's the new sink in the cellar. And I think I have to let the dog out too because he's whining. I'll be there in a moment, pup.